What's up, Green Team? How's everybody doing today? I hope that everybody is well. As you can see, I am in my vehicle headed out. I am not headed home, actually. Where I'm going is to visit the boob squishers. Yep, you heard me say it right. I'm going to see the boob squishers. And I encourage you to go see the boob squishers too. Who are the boob squishers? The boob squishers are the technicians that do your mammogram. So, yes. This is not a fun process for any woman or man, because I know that sometimes men have to get these exams because there is such a thing as male breast cancer, for those of you who don't know. Because although they have pectoral muscles, they still have tissue up there in their chest that could become cancerous. So you want to go and have your regular mammogram and make sure that everything is all good. Get your checkups, ladies. It is better to know and be proactive in your own care than to not know and it result in a condition that could have been treated if it was caught soon enough. I have met so many women who were diagnosed with breast cancer in this last, I guess, year or two, maybe last 2 years. And it's funny because they are definitely survivors. These women have very strong, they're very strong from a personality standpoint. That's like one of their character traits. But they also are physically strong, because to be diagnosed with something like that and to have to go through chemotherapy or some type of radiation treatment or whatever, and still, like, these ladies, you know, were still coming to work. I'm not saying they were at work every single day, but they were pushing through it and still coming to work and making the best out of whatever the situation was. And I'm just, when I look at them, I was so moved, because you don't know how you are going to react until it happens to you. And I know a lot of people, feel like they might be able to get through stuff like that, but until you've actually gone through it, you don't know what your reaction is going to be. We can only hope and pray that, if it happens to me, and I say that as a woman, if it happens, that you are able to be strong enough and fight through it and not give up, and things like that. So I applaud any woman, whether you survived it or not, for being able to go through something like that, because it's not an easy situation. And so with that being said, I'm headed over here to get my regular mammogram. And I really like going to this particular location because even though there are other facilities that I could go to, this place has been, they are so gentle. As a woman, getting your breasts smushed and smashed and pushed and pulled and all that, it's not fun. And when you have technicians who are genuinely concerned about whether they're hurting you, or if you're comfortable, if their hands are cold, that is such a beautiful way to be. Because my very first mammogram, I will tell you, it was a horrid experience. I had a technician that, from what I understand, the technician that did my exam when I first came over here told me that was her term. That's why I started calling them boob squishers. But she said the reason she called them boob squishers is because she said that most often what happens is technicians, they, come straight out of school with the having been taught that the more pressure and all that, the better the read. And she said you don't learn till much later on that, you know, putting someone's breast in that vice like that and squeezing it is not the best thing. And so, she called them boob squishers because she said that's the mentality of technicians. That's how you can tell how long they've actually been doing mammograms, because those technicians who are actually seasoned, who have had years of experience, know to be more gentle. They know that you don't have to, squeeze the device as tight as, they tell you when you're in school. You just have a different disposition about the entire experience, and you are concerned about the patient that you are doing this exam on. And so I happen to agree with her. My experience, the very first experience, was just absolutely horrible. I'm talking about, it was so bad to the point where I was petrified at the thought of having to go get this done again. And so I decided not to go to that location anymore. What I decided to do was try the location here close to my job. And I'm telling you, they have a fountain. They have all this very soft instrumental music playing in the background. You have their Keurig that they've set up with tea and cocoa and all that stuff. And you even have graham crackers and nice robes where they are in a warmer. So when you put them on, you're nice and toasty, and you're in this cold environment, and so you're not in this robe cold. They want you to be very comfortable, and it's very quiet. And and like I said, there has not been, I've been coming over here for the last, I want to say 5 years, I think it is. And every time that I've come over here, the experience is consistent. I've had a different technician every single time that I've been over here, and I have not been treated any differently from the first technician to the last one I've seen. The experience has just really been, it's been great. And so it makes me not have any reservations about coming over here. I don't have any ill feelings. I'm not tense and tight. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. My first experience with a mammogram, I absolutely hated it. And I just cried at the thought of having to go back and get this done, because the girl squished my breast, both of them, so hard that I was sore for 2 weeks afterwards. She also tore, like, if you lift your breasts underneath where your rib cage is, I had a tear from, she was not only squeezing it, but it was being pulled. So I had a tear underneath my breast, and both of my breasts were so sore from being squished that they were sore for like 2 weeks. I couldn't stand to be touched. It was horrible. It was equivalent to any woman who's had a child knows that when your breasts begin to fill up with milk in preparation for you giving birth, sometimes if you don't, you have to stand under hot water and stuff like that, because sometimes the milk can get, your breast can get so full till they feel like you're carrying around bags of rocks, and it's uncomfortable and it's painful. I was like that for 2 weeks after this mammogram, because the girl pulled and squished my breast so much till I was just in so much pain. So anyway, I'm not going to keep rambling on. I just wanted to chime in. I'll come back and let y'all know how this experience was, if it's consistent with the other experiences that I've had here. And I'm just glad to go in here and get this done and get it over with. But I do want to encourage you, if you don't get regular mammograms, please, please, please go get your mammogram done. If you've never had one and you're of the age where you need to be getting them, get it done. It's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to know than not to know. You can't treat something that you don't know exists. So I'll be right back and see y'all soon. Okay, everybody. So everything went fine. Everything went the way that it had been. And it was all good. So I'm happy. I mean, it's the same thing that they've been doing. They, treat you with care. What I like about this experience is that I think I was like maybe half an hour or so early for my appointment, and they went ahead and took me on back. I'm sure it had to do with the fact that I was their last appointment, and they wanted to get up out of there, so that was fine with me. Another thing that they're doing is they're putting armbands like you do when you get admitted to the hospital. They're putting a band on you when you go back there, and they wasn't doing that. This is just a radiology appointment, and I got an armband. So and I'm sure that has to do with precaution and stuff like that, so that's cool. It wasn't a big deal. But yeah, everything went well, and I'll just be waiting for my test results and everything, and they usually come pretty quick. If I'm not mistaken, I think I get them like less than a week, and I get a little card in the mail, but I also get an email, secure email, and then my doctor gets an email. Actually, he does not. He get email notification. He gets email notification that my mammogram results are available to view, and so he'll go in my records and view my test results. So that's how they do it. I like the whole electronic record situation because you're not dealing with paper and things like that, and so that's pretty good. But anyway, now I'm actually headed home. I was supposed to be going to the gym, but I forgot about this appointment, and I have a few things that I need to take care of. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then head on in. And I will see y'all on the next time. So I'm gonna sign off in the vlog here. I know it's real short. Y'all know I only do my drive home, and I don't really vlog like all day and things like that. But nevertheless, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.